Hey guys, welcome back to the Overnight Coder channel. This is part two. We're going to try to knock out a few videos this afternoon. Maybe it's morning where you're watching this, but the next video for the series is going to be obviously the WordPress directory tutorial 2026. This is going to be part two, planning your directory website structure. Pretty much what makes a website directory. You want to be thinking about this. Don't just go in this and create any niche that you think maybe will work. If you're a web designer, you can kind of get away with this without paying for fees, so it's cool, but I have tried a bunch of directories. Not all my directory ideas are good. I'm not gonna lie, some of them were so small niche that I thought would be good because there's nothing out there like it. Unfortunately, it was small niche, and if I can reach all those people, that's great. If I can't reach all those people, that's not. One of my favorite sayings, being a web designer in general, is you can build $1 million website. You could surpass this, learn JetEngine, go on to build the best directory online. But if nobody ever sees it, you've built this $1 million directory. It's going to be $1 million brick. So keep in mind, it's not just how you build and what you build. It's also going to be the way you get it across to people. Is the SEO easy? Are you able to post on social? And even if you're not, everybody has their own advertising methods. Maybe you have thousands of dollars, you just want to dump in ads until it gets popular. That's fine. I don't. I always wanted to start something, work on the SEO, obviously do the cold calling and the reaching out. And I've got a bunch of methods I'll show you at the end of the series when we get our first customers, which I'm also going to go into at the very end of this. So again, what makes a directory website? The directory website is anything where you can search, filter, find things in a specific, doesn't have to be a specific niche. I've seen nationwide directories. You got Google. You're probably not going to beat Google this year, but if you pull in, there's Yelp and Bing and all these, and we're not trying to take a piece of the pie. What we're trying to do is, we're not trying to take over the game. We just want a piece of the pie, right? There's something that I wrote on one of my directories last year, or not last year, my last season, and it was, why is there a McDonald's next to every Burger King? Or why, if you're at a baseball game, is there a Pepsi vendor and a Coke vendor? Why, when you pull up to a four-way stop at a major highway, is there 3 or 4 gas stations sitting on the corner? It's competition. It's your competitors. It's the choice, right? If I want a Coke and I go up, of course there's a Pepsi machine, because I might want something out of the Pepsi. And just the fact that I'm thirsty, my options are opened up to where I can choose to purchase from. And just keep that in mind when you're building your directory. So what if there's already a directory out there? It's the choice. You're looking maybe to beat that whole directory. Good luck with the Google thing, but niche directories like health or city directories. City directories do really well, but I guess it depends on the city. I've been in 2 different types of cities. I've been in one where everybody wants to know about the directory that I reached out to. Not one no was given on the phone, and then when I walked in, everything was, yeah, we'd love to hear more about it. And then I've been to a city that was one of the biggest cities that I've been to, that everybody I called was no. And the only thing that changed that, so just keep your eyes open and know what will work with what you're doing. And just to give you a little bit of context on that, what changed that was because it was one of the biggest cities. They had, thousands and thousands of businesses listed. They had heard my spill 1,000,000 times over, whether it was for insurance, whether it was for business planning, they didn't even care what I was talking about. Because they were a huge city, they've been targeted so much. And I wasn't niche enough. It was just a city directory. So I didn't even get the chance to talk to some of these people. So keep that in mind. There are some cases that are big cities that, yeah, your opportunities are great. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying the way I was going about it, walking in business locations in the place that I was in just was not working. But other things would have, right? So, all right. So planning my business structure. Obviously, I want offices and doctors. This is going to be offices, doctors, a news blog post, or blogs, news, just where I can post SEO content. Obviously, contact us. As I start the first part of my business structure, a menu is going to be clear and keep it concise for me. I've already got a bunch of notes on paper, like what I want to see, what I want to see on the home page, what I want to see on other pages. So make sure you just jot it down, whether you're using pen and paper, old school, and you're just jotting down notes. But make sure you have a plan of action. I've went to appearance and then menus. I am going to create a main navigation, just as this isn't part of the business structure, but this is going to be my website structure. So I've got my homepage already created. I'm going to add that. I'm going to create custom links because these aren't going to be real links as of now. I don't have the pages or anything set up. But for me, and I also want to fix that menu issue. After home, I want to do offices. I'm going to press the pound key on the link, and I'm just under custom links. I'm also going to do doctors. I'm gonna do latest news. And for now, I'm gonna keep that simple. Thinking about my website structure or my directory structure is I definitely want. We're gonna come back to this homepage real quick after I save that and just see if that auto populated. It did not. So I'm gonna go in and edit with Elementor. Whoops, the header. Oh, whoops. Pause. Remember, raw, uncut, uncensored. Hopefully that did go into the header. I'm just going to set that header as a main navigation. Right click, edit. And because I'm using Rockscare, it said something different, right? It was edit element kits nav menu. Now let me show you something while I'm in here, just because I didn't show you before. If I wanted a header and I didn't use this, right, I could have said, hey, and I'm gonna mimic. So I'm gonna do flexbox. Let's just do 2 pieces for now. The logo box I wanted here. Remember, I could have done this and drug in an image and said, hey, this is my logo. I would have selected an image. I'm going to go to my media library, select my logo, Rockscare, right? That's not as big as I want it, but whatever. If that's giving me problems, I can come over here, edit container, and make my container bigger. So let's say 25. The other side would have been a navigation. So I'm going to type navigation, or actually menu in there. WordPress menu would have been my second guess for that. Drag WordPress menu in it. Obviously style it up, which we're going to show you some styling later, but I'm going to edit that, and then I can just choose my main navigation, which is what I have, right? I called that menu main navigation. And keep in mind, all that styling you could have done with it. Bam, style the colors and everything else. But we'll get into that, I'm sure. And I could have done something like that. So keep in mind, something like it wasn't needed. For the business structure, I am going to save that. We're thinking home, offices, doctors, latest news. Inside offices, I kind of want, business cards. For locations, probably image on top with a picture of that business location, address. And I'm starting to think about the fields that I need, which are going to come in this next video on those types of things. So for offices, what type of fields, do I want to see on my website? Or do I want them to add? And the more fields, in most cases, is going to be the better. If I can only add business address, well, it's not really add a great directory. It's just got address. So I like to be really robust with my fields, especially when I come down to paid listings. I need to offer something. And think about that. Do you want paid listings? Is this a free directory? Is it free to start? Is it free for life? Is there tiered directories? Free, medium, and then premium. So think about what you want first, because it's going to be much easier to build. And that's what I mean by website structure. Obviously up here, if I'm doing something, it's going to be add your business, or add your practice, or are you a doctor, in the same field, in the same location. Add that, right? So I've got room up here for more menu items, as well as I do have a call to action here. It's not going to be left appointment. And again, I've taken some notes down, and I am mentally building what I want on these notes, right? And I've got more notes than most people. I've got pages full of notes on what I want to see. But if you only say, hey, I want offices and doctors, or if I want just the word search because you're doing a local business directory, let's take a look at one more. I'm going to use Sanfordian because that's one of my sites that I can use as a template. Now, you missed the video on here. There was a cool video. Now I'm scrolling with sponsors who have paid for the background drop here. But all I have is search. Search events, news, add your business, and then, of course, this will say log in, log out, my account, depending on your status. But why does it only say search? Because this is a business listing for a specific city of Sanford. Your search is gonna be plain as day, right? And here I don't even have a lot of filters, which I should. But here's my search page, and again, the business site structure was just, hey, I want to search for business locations. So hopefully that helps. Structure, plan, create your menu. Which is what we've done here, and the menu will kind of guide you. The homepage will also kind of guide you, right? You have services, you have, and then once you get to the pricing plans, or maybe you don't have pricing plans. Maybe it's, hey, this is what you get when you're listing a listing with us, and you have that list that will also help guide you. So the more guidelines you have, the easier it's going to be than fumbling around, just trying to build whatever, right? Look at other sites. All right, that's going to wrap up. This is going to be a real quick video on just making sure you plan. The next video is going to be awesome. Make sure you tune in. We're going to install JetEngine and give you the full overview of some of the things that we can do with this toolkit.